Beautiful beings, and welcome back to the realm of inspiration. We are bringing forth another flower today, and today it's the chrysanthemums. It's not necessarily the season for mums. Mums are typically more in the fall, so I was not able to buy a chrysanthemum, but I do have my orchid, and it's been blooming. I'll show you. My blooming orchid. It has been blooming and it has been thriving since the orchid channeling, and it's been growing too. I might have to put it in another pot because it is growing. This is a mug, but it's growing and it's beautiful. So unfortunately I don't have chrysanthemums physically with me like I did for the orchid channeling, but the chrysanthemum energy is present. And there's also a flower shop near me, so maybe they have mums. I just didn't go check. So now that the orchid's back in her home, let's talk about celebrating life. The chrysanthemums are connected to celebrating life. So, in celebration of it being July, and we are already halfway through 2025, when I heard that chrysanthemums are about celebrating life, like, what better flower to channel now? Let's celebrate life. I'm ready for it, and I hope you are too. I'm feeling that excitement energy coming through. It's almost like the joy bringers are kind of dancing around. I know chrysanthemums are a flower that are heavily associated with cosmic joy. The joy bringers have communicated that to me before, and there is a certain joy about them. I actually had chrysanthemums at one of my first fairs, holistic fairs that I ever did. It was, I think, the second fair, and it was the first fair I led a class. I had an event, and I had chrysanthemums, and they just like elevated the joyful energy of the space. There's just something about it, and from that moment I knew, like, this is a celebration energy. It's like, yeah, let's just celebrate, let's live. Let's celebrate life. So let's see what the chrysanthemums have to say. I'm gonna channel on Earthian Elfian Elemental of the chrysanthemums, a divine feminine energy coming forth today to help us understand the chrysanthemums. So surrounded by divine light and love, nothing and no one can access me nor my energy without my permission. We're bringing forth messages that we need to know, not that we want to hear, for our highest good, to inspire us on our journey. Let's get this divine, feminine, Elfian Elemental, Elfian Earthian Elemental of the chrysanthemums. Hello, beautiful beings. I've been eagerly waiting beyond the veil to come communicate to you all. Do you know our communicator likes to channel a lot of videos on one go, and I've been waiting patiently for my turn. I am a divine, feminine, Earthian Elfian Elemental of the chrysanthemums because it is time for you all to start celebrating life. Celebrate life. Well, that's a little bit tricky, our communicator's saying, and I know. Sometimes it feels like there's not much to celebrate. But there is, because you're alive, because you have breath, you have the sky, you have the nature around you, you have chrysanthemums, you have plants, you have food, you have animals. There's so many beautiful things, so many vibrant colors, so many beautiful connections to be had, so many beautiful crystals. There's so many beautiful things about life. So celebrate it. Celebrate the little wins. The key to helping you in your enlightenment journey is to embrace gratitude for everything. Celebrate everything. Celebrate all the things. Everything. Be grateful for all the experiences and live in the present moment. You know, when you're able to live in the present moment and focus on celebrating life as it is now, you're able to overcome fear. The goal is to overcome fear. The goal is to overcome the negative polarity. That is the goal. At the end of the day, that's the goal. That's why all of us higher beings are coming to help you. It's because your test is to overcome the lower polarity. Your test is to choose love over fear. And in order to do so, you must open your eyes. You must awaken your heart. to the present moment reality, and to shift your awareness to paying attention to the wins, not the losses. Celebrate the good things. There's good magical things you can find in each day. So celebrate those things so that you're not focusing on the bad, on the fear. Because if fear can get an earworm into your brain and start making you crazy, living in fear, living in anxiety, living in stress, where you can hardly breathe, where you can hardly eat, where you are draining your energy and not able to focus on your potential. You don't want to give fear an in. You want to push it out. You want to push out fear. And affirm, I am healthy, I am strong, I am powerful, I am grounded in this present moment, and I am going to celebrate my life. I am grateful for my head, for my toes, for my eyes, for my mouth, for my nose. I am grateful for the gift of sight, the gift of higher sight and physical sight, the gift of smell, the gift of taste. I am grateful for my senses. I'm grateful I can hear. I'm grateful for what I have, even if I might have an injury here or there, even if I might have some complications. I can see the good. When you shift your perspective to the half glass full versus the half glass empty, when you shift your perspective to celebrating life, celebrating what you do have, instead of focusing on the lack of what you don't have, and that shifts your mindset to a mindset of abundance, so more good will come to you. When you're always focusing on the bad and not celebrating the good, you are having a limited perspective. And those limiting beliefs cost you. Those limiting beliefs cause you to attract limiting things. Temporary situations, temporary relationships, to confirm to that limiting belief of the lower self that you are not worthy of happiness. But when you shift to celebrating even the simplest of things in life, to being grateful for all things, when you shift to a mindset of abundance, then more good things will find you. If you have limiting beliefs, you'll have a limiting reality. If you have unlimited beliefs, you'll have an infinite reality. And the key to shifting from a limiting mindset to an unlimited mindset is to celebrate life. In each and every day, in each and every moment, celebrate life. Celebrate the start of a month and the end of a month. Celebrate the start of a cycle and the end of a cycle. Celebrate everything. Celebrate when you complete a project, when you write an article, when you make a video. Celebrate when you go out with friends and you finally are able to get out of your shell and socialize. Celebrate when you make new friends, when you have new experiences. Celebrate everything. Reward yourself. Tell yourself, I am worthy of this happiness. I am worthy of it because I did good. I did something good. If you learn to cook a new meal, or learn to be able to live on your own, or get through a heartbreak, or stand up for yourself, celebrate it. Celebrate all of your life. Your life is worth celebrating even if you feel like it's not. Even if you have earthly complications. Only the most powerful souls sign up for a lifetime of struggle. Because those souls know that when they are able to overcome the limiting mindset, they are able to find joy and happiness amidst the suffering, to find joy and happiness even though there is suffering. That is the moment that things start to get better. And that is the moment that they pass the test. And the universe will start showering them with rewards. The minute that in the middle of chaos, you are able to see the light and see the love and be grateful, is the minute things start getting better. Because instead of living and a limiting, fearful mindset, you start to celebrate life for what it is. Find the good, even if it's hard. And then the universe knows that you will appreciate everything it has to offer you. And things will get better. Fake it till you make it. It's what you humans say. In a way that kind of works. When you start celebrating life, you start celebrating all the little things, then you actually start manifesting more things to celebrate. Because celebration is appreciation. And when you're grateful, the universe will give you more things to be grateful for. Know that. And know that if you're living a life where you're just taking advantage of things, and you're not being appreciative, eventually, the universe might take away those things. So even if it seems silly, sit down and say, I'm grateful for my hair. I'm grateful for my ears. I'm grateful for my eyes, my nose, my teeth. I'm even grateful for my tears because they're healing. I'm grateful for my voice. I love my voice. I'm grateful for my heart. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my mind. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for my feet and my toes and my hands. I'm grateful for the people around me, for the place that I live. I'm grateful for my food. I'm grateful for my water. I'm grateful I'm going to celebrate today. Start every morning with, today I will have something to celebrate. And the universe will give you something to celebrate. Whether that's reconnection with a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, whether that is experiencing something new, or completing a new project, or exploring a new environment. If you start each day with the intention, today I'm going to celebrate life, you will have things to celebrate. That's the big message of the chrysanthemums and how they can help. They can help remind you to celebrate life and how joyful life really is when you open your eyes to the magnificent reality around you. So maybe get some chrysanthemums, get some mums and have them around you. And when you see them each day, remind yourself you have something to celebrate. You will always have something to celebrate if you shift your mindset. And chrysanthemums want you to celebrate life because the more that you celebrate life, the more beautiful things blossom and grow. And the closer you are to the happiness that you all deserve. It just sometimes comes on the other side of pain. But once you learn the lesson and you celebrate, there will be better days. Whoa! Thank you. Thank you, Elfians who stepped through. Thank you, chrysanthemums, for that beautiful message. And it's true. I saw a lot of visuals, and I also had a lot of clearing too. They're doing a lot of clearing. It's true. When our minds are quiet, we have the opportunity to either pick between, productive, powerful, positive, grateful thoughts or fearful thoughts. And a lot of times the fearful thoughts are those uncontrollable things. And when they come up, we just got to shift our mindset. And it's true, every time in my life that I've shifted my mindset and just celebrated something like, oh, it's silly, but I'm just going to get myself a litlittle treat. It's like a 60-cent drink. It doesn't matter. It's something small, like a tea or something. Like I do that when I, started driving here in Greece. It's tricky. So anytime I drive to a store, there's this specific strawberry iced tea. And every time I go there, because it's a long journey there, and I make it, and the car is okay, and everything's good, and I got everything on my to-do list, I'm like, hey, this is just a small little something to celebrate life. And, there's the idea where my mom was like, well, I don't want to get used to something and then make it a habit. But it's like, well, it's not that it's like the iced tea that we're getting used to. It's the getting used to just like celebrating anything small, anything new. It's like I moved across the Atlantic Ocean virtually by myself and brought my mom along with me to come home to our family in the land of our ancestors. That's something to celebrate. And even though I can find a million things that I don't like, and oh, this is different than America, and this is different, and I don't know if I like this, whenever I would shift my perspective to just celebrating it and being happy, things would get better. So it is true, and that's kind of the visual I was shown, and that we should do that. And even though things are difficult and there are some things that we don't like, the more that we focus on what we don't like, the more things we don't like will keep happening. Like, the more we focus on things that we do like, it shifts our reality. Then we just start seeing the good more. The good finds us. It's true. Our thoughts shape our reality. So when we shift our mindset, we'll have lots of things to celebrate. So I encourage you to do that with me. Until next time, until the next video, whichever, if it's a plant, it's an animal, it's a color, it's a solstice, it's a lion's gate, I don't know what will end up being next. The lion's gate's not for another month from when this video comes out, but you know, we follow spirit, we follow the divine guidance and where it leads us, and right now it's leading us to celebrating life. So go out there and celebrate life today. Sending you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired.